Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. We love adventure, and we certainly love dangerously thrilling experiences. Some attractions around the world are better left unexplored, unless of course you don't mind putting your life at risk. Here we have easily the most dangerous yet exciting and amazing attraction in the world. We've also added a few more from all over the world to show you what some people get themselves into just for the sake of enjoyment and excitement. So let's get into it, shall we? Insanity. You'd have to be insane to want to dangle from the side of a building at more than 270 meters high. That is the reason the ride has been named Insanity. The ride is a truly mind-bending experience. A massive mechanical arm extending out 20 meters over the edge of the SkyPod, this Vegas ride will spin you and several other passengers in the open air at speeds of up to 3 Gs. You'll be pushed down to an angle of 70 degrees, which will tilt your body into one position, looking straight down. This really is the ride of death. If you're brave enough to keep your eyes open, you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking view of historic downtown Las Vegas. Experience insanity and walk away to tell the tale.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Griffon Coaster. Griffon is the first floorless dive roller coaster located at the Busch Gardens Park in Williamsburg, Virginia. Opening just in 2007, the roller coaster became the tallest dive coaster to be built in the world, standing at 65 meters. The coaster is themed after the mythical Griffon, a half lion, half eagle, and located in the France portion of the park. Since its opening years ago, the coaster has become a popular ride for theme park goers, despite the short ride length. Griffon has numerous thrilling elements that make it an enjoyable ride, even though it is a short ride. These include a floorless train, a 205-foot drop, a 90-degree angle, a 146-foot Immelman loop, a 130-foot drop again, and 3 different splashdown patterns. If you are a thrill seeker and plan on visiting Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia, Griffon is a roller coaster you won't want to miss. Mount HUASHAN Hike. Probably the most insane hiking attraction invented by man, the trail up China's stunning Mount HUASHAN will have you inching across narrow wooden planks thousands of feet in the air. An error here will most likely be your last one, as there are no nets or guardrails to catch you if you slip. Even though it is termed as the most dangerous attraction in the world, thousands of people still go and try it yearly. Hikers climb creaking ladders, cling to wobbly cables, and encounter staircases. All of this is to make even seasoned mountaineers dizzy with dread. Even worse, it's mostly a two-way trail, meaning you'll have to squeeze past the hikers coming down from the top. Add in the occasional spell of snow or strong gust of wind, and you'll be lucky to escape with your life, let alone clean underpants. Surprisingly, tackling this hike requires little gear. Chinese college students regularly undertake the challenge in t-shirts and sneakers, and you can reach the summit and return in less than a day. Giant Canyon Swing. You know a ride that makes you sign a waiver before you get on means business, and obviously dangerous. The Giant Canyon Swing sits 400 meters high overlooking Glenwood Canyon. You'll swing over the canyon at 50 miles per hour while at the same time getting a breathtaking view of the surrounding area if you're brave enough to open your eyes during the experience. This ride is so scary that its own creator has reportedly only ridden it once. Oh, and don't let the word swing give you a false sense of security. You've never encountered anything like it in the playground, so beware. PRIPYAT Amusement Park. This theme park is a victim of probably the biggest man-made disaster the world has ever seen. And that is also the reason Pripyat is the most famous abandoned amusement park in the world. It wasn't abandoned due to weather, debt, or mismanagement, but instead by the infamous Chernobyl disaster of April 26, 1986. The park's grand opening was actually scheduled for the 1st of May the same year, and there were reports and photographic evidence which indicate that Pripyat Park did open a day after the disaster, perhaps to help locals cope with the tragedy. The park was briefly accessible to locals, but they were forced to evacuate as reports of dangerously high levels of radiation in the area started to emerge, something inhabitants and authorities had been unaware of on the day of the nuclear incident. Today, the park remains abandoned, with high levels of radiation present in the moss and surrounding soil. Many people still try to visit it even though it is dangerous. Humans never learn, do they? Human trebuchet. Usually when catapults are mentioned, we often think of medieval times and old-school devices that are no longer used today. But someone had the bright idea to make a human catapult in the UK. Well, we know what you're thinking. This wasn't actually a bright idea, but it sounded very appealing back then. This attraction was supposed to be thrilling, but safe. For only $70, people would be launched 75 feet through the air to later fall in a net that was suspended above the ground. It sure sounds risky now that I say it, but things ran pretty smoothly for the most part. But all of that changed back in 2002 when a 19-year-old student from Oxford went on the ride and failed to fall inside the net. Some people who were part of a stunt club tried this trebuchet before this deadly incident, and they noticed that something awful was likely to happen. They say they were concerned to see that some people were falling right in front of the net, very close to falling out, rather than safely landing in the middle of it. We guess the terrible accident made people realize that building a human catapult was not necessarily the great idea they show in cartoons. Hawaii. The last place you would expect to be on this list is a whole island, and that too, Hawaii. But the island, which is used by thousands from all over the world who are looking to spend some peaceful time, is home to the biggest shield volcanoes in the world. It's simple. Without volcanoes, there would be no Hawaii. The 8 primary islands that make up this archipelago owe their existence to a roiling spot of magma deep under the ocean floor known as the Hawaii hotspot. Shield volcanoes can erupt for decades, and the lava can spread over a very long distance. The volcano Kilauea is one of the most active on Earth and has been erupting for decades. In 2014, it reached the residential area, and even though it was really slow, the lava was 1,000 degrees Celsius and resulted in threatening the lives of many. They had to be urgently evacuated from the area, too. MINDBENDER. This is the only indoor coaster on the list, with this high-speed triple-loop coaster being the largest of its kind in the world. For years, it was said to be the world's safest coaster because it was indoors. Yet, ironically, things went in the wrong direction in 1986, only one day after an inspection deemed it to be safe. It was believed that there was an issue with the final car's wheels. After it started, it began to sway after completing one of the loops, and the cart derailed from the track to strike a concrete pillar. The incident happened to occur when a concert was taking place right underneath the coaster. 3 people were killed in the crash. 19 others experienced minor injuries and shock. Afterward, it was found that 4 bolts on one of the coaster's back wheels had come loose and caused the accident. It opened again after 6 months of inspections and has been running smoothly ever since. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Brain Drain. Brain Drain is the best thrill ride at Rapids Water Park. It features 2 70-foot-high enclosed flume water slides. Each slide is uniquely designed with different slide patterns, but is simultaneously launched. Riders enter a launching capsule and stand on a trap door and feel the adrenaline rush as the floor suddenly drops out beneath them and they freefall. You can imagine just how dangerous it is. But with the danger of freefall comes the thrill too, which is unprecedented. Riders instantly accelerate to top speeds of up to 35 miles an hour through the near vertical chute as they plummet straight down before spiraling through a loop. Ride restrictions on this amazing slide is a 4-foot minimum and a 300-pound weight limit. Yulongzhu Yin Water Wave Pool. This is the most dangerous wave pool in the world. The wave pool at the Yulongzhu Yin Water Park in Longjing, China made headlines on July 30th, 2019, when a wave machine malfunctioned. The malfunction caused a massive tsunami-type wave across the pool, crashing over everyone in its path. The wave was around 9 feet high, and the pool was very full of people. Some people landed violently on the pavement that surrounds the pool. A total of 44 people were injured in the catastrophe, which is the highest pool injury ever recorded. People were rushed to nearby hospitals, where it was discovered that several people had broken their ribs. This was the first major incident in the park, but the incident was so catastrophic that footage of the rogue wave quickly went viral. The incident was caused by a power cut in a tsunami control room. The power cut affected the electronic equipment that controls the waves, allowing the waves to become far too big. If that is how big waves can get accidentally, would you still want to go there for a dip? We definitely would not. Which one of these amazing but dangerous attractions would you like to visit first? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.